in this book, you also lay out kind of a little bit of a roadmap to get there. And you call it a 4-week plan to good energy. Do you feel that most people, maybe you could go into synopsis of what that contains, but do you feel that most people could start turn things around within 4 weeks?
I do. I've seen I think people can start to turn things around within a day. You know,
Right.
when you change your
In a
mindset
breath. Yeah.
about it, exactly. I mean, I
Yeah.
think that's beautiful, Casper. It's like anyone who has taken an intentional deep breath
Mm,
knows that one breath can change your entire day.
absolutely.
One hug can change your day. One moment of thinking like actually the exact future that I want is totally possible can change your whole
Mm,
day. And so, yes, I do think that because of how rapidly the body is turning over, I think that short interventions of really high quality living can
mhm,
have a massive impact. You have to remember it's like the skin, the entire skin literally turns over. All the cells, all that all those atoms, all those molecules every week. Or
wow.
I'm sorry, every 40 days or so. The gut lining is every week. And so we are just rapidly reinventing ourselves. So you can imagine if in a month you go from eating majority processed food, ultra processed food covered in pesticides, nutrient deplete, to whole foods from the farmer's market, meaning that they are going to have the most nutrients because they were picked recently, that you're preparing simply with high quality ingredients. A month of that, that's we eat 2 to 3 pounds of food a day. So that's like 100 pounds of high quality molecular material that's basically rebuilding your body. Of course, that's going to have a positive impact, and your microbiome can change in a day.
Yeah.
So all those different things. So I do believe that it's possible. And I just think in my lab, in my working with patients, I don't see patients anymore, but it was just astounding to me that people could actually change, their triglyceride levels by 100 points in 6 weeks. They might have been up at the 250 range, which is very high, and could drop down to 150 in a month. Or people who had a fasting glucose in the pre-diabetic range, and they incorporated a bunch of, habits that essentially improve their insulin sensitivity, and they dropped right into the normal range in a month. And so the body's so dynamic that I think there's so much to be hopeful about. And um, you know, 28, there's nothing magical about 4 weeks. I just think that what I really focused on with this plan was there's so every aspect of our lifestyle and on the way we're living right now, every pillar of health is channeling through metabolic dysfunction, specifically mitochondrial dysfunction, to hurt our health. We are
Mhm.
essentially um, just backing up a little bit, like, metabolism is how we convert food energy to cellular energy, and that happens to the mitochondria. And the unique thing about our modern environments that's really crushing our health is that everything about our modern environment, from food, sleep, movement, stress, environmental toxins, light, and temperature, which I talk about all in the book, all of them are synergistically hurting the mitochondria. So we've got bodies that are no longer effectively able to convert this food energy to cellular energy. So we have this mass scale underpowering of our bodies, and that's showing up as all these different diseases, because underpowering in any cell type is going to look like a different thing. Underpowering, aka metabolic dysfunction in the brain, could look like migraines, chronic pain, depression, anxiety, Alzheimer's, dementia, ADHD, depending on where that's happening at what stage of life. If it's in the ovary, it could look like PCOS. If it's in the blood vessels, it could look like heart attack, stroke, erectile dysfunction, retinopathy, all issues with blood vessels. So we've got this all these lifestyle factors feeding through the mitochondria to create underpowered cells, which is leading to all these different symptoms. So the point of how that relates to the plan is that I I don't really care where people start. Food, exercise, sleep, stress, toxins, light, temperature. Do what feels exciting to you and where you think there's room to improve in your life. So part of the plan is taking stock of which of those factors you're doing well on and which could be improved, and taking honest stock of all of them, then just picking 3 of those areas, picking a habit that excites you, that you think that
Mm,
you can do. Because for some people, food is too hard to start with. but maybe they could start with movement or sleep or just getting rid of
Yeah.
the toxins in their home. And I believe, and the research shows that small wins beget more wins. So
Yes.
start with things that like feel really alive to you. Tune into your body. What can you do for a month? And do it. And then I can almost guarantee that if you start to see some small improvements and wins and really tune in with your body, it's going to motivate you to start doing those other things. And
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
it unlocks that little bit of energy that lets you then attack the food or attack the exercise or whatever it is. So that's really what the plan is based on. But it's, take stock of where you're at, be really honest with yourself, pick a few things to focus on, set up accountability mechanisms, whether it's with trackers or friends or coaches, and then really tune in with your body to see how you're feeling as you make those changes.
Yeah, I really like that idea of health. It shouldn't be a burden. It should be a joy. It should be things that bring you joy. For me, I'm not a big fan of the gym. I go, but I love playing tennis. So I go twice a week. I'll go later today and I'm excited about that. And I'll sweat, I'll move, and yeah, I'll feel like a great workout.